Alright, I figured I'd start filming from right here because here's the white mansion, but the neighbor is the old red mansion. Normally I keep this covered, but I knew that we would see it in the background, and I figured it'd be a lot more fun to see the actual house than the sheet that's covering it. And nothing's changed. We're still sunbathing over here. She's still watching them. And our goat is still standing there. And these people are waiting for somebody. Anyway, back to the white mansion. Last time we saw this, well, we didn't have this floor here. And this garage had some cars in there that are still there. And I still haven't finished. But the garage is finished. And we have lights. We have lights in there. And we have lights in this kitchen too. Because last time we didn't have the lights. We could see in the room. There's our radiator. There's our icebox back there, our pantry. The door right there takes us into the boiler room. Oh, we're still cooking. There's our kitchen. And that big beam right there runs all the way across. And it even comes in here. But that big beam helps span and cover and support this second floor. Actually, it's not even the second floor because it's the main floor that runs along the house. But here's how they get in. And then there's our staircase right there. And if we follow that staircase, take out our other removable wall, and we can look down there. Oh, there she is, still washing the vegetables. Alright, our door here takes us into the boiler room, which this was lit up last time. And our guy is still shoveling coal. Poor thing. Alright, oh, here's our second bathroom. Here. This house doesn't even have one bathroom. And that huge thing. Not even one bathroom. But this thing has one. Still under construction. And two. And that's just on the main floor. Here's our butler's pantry. Got us a sink. We got us a piece of bread. And some dishes, some plates, and a big cake. And yes, that is a real Lego cake. I think it came from the Belleville sets way back when. Okay. But here's the real, I think the real jewel of this house so far is this formal dining room. And how everything turned out in this room. You'll see, oh, there's my candle. Oh, missing a candle. I'm missing a piece, but I got my flame. My little decoration, but I'm missing a piece that makes the bottom of the candle. The doors, stained glass, and the built-in hutch. The doors that take you in, but in keeping with the rest of the house, this wall comes out. And let's look at the detail on this thing. I just think that turned out so nice. That brown just looks really sharp. And here we are. There's our fireplace. Those are my interpretation of a Tiffany lamp. That clock turned out really cool. It was like one of the things that took me like only 5 minutes to make. Where everything else, like this dining table, takes a whole day. Radiator, the floors turned out really nice. There's that hutch. It's lit up. See it? It's lit up. And then we'll go over things a little bit more when the lights are turned out in the room. You can see it lit up. Come around here to the front. We'll look at this little balcony and the detail on this. Just love that red and green stained glass look. It looks festive, but it's not meant to be. Just like the color combination. These doors open. And this wall also slides out. So that we can look in here at this house. And there's the fireplace. And that is a real mirror. See? Waving. I wanted a real mirror. I didn't want something that had a wavy plastic look. I wanted a real mirror. And there's our fireplace, and the flames are supposed to be lit up a little bit. I think you can't see it very well because the room is so bright, but anyway, these doors, you'll see pocket doors there, another pocket door that's been opened, and another pocket door. They're open. We can close them. But the idea is your guests will come in these two doors. Your servants will come from the kitchen down below using the servant staircase, come through the butler's pantry, come through that door, and bring the food in. And let's take a look at the butler's pantry. Now the windows on the outside look the same in design with the columns and everything else, except for your fancy spaces. We're going to have the stained glass, and your non-fancy spaces are just going to have this little window design. Then you can see the staircase coming up in front of the window. But let's take a look in our butler's pantry, and this wall also comes out, and there's a better look at our butler's pantry, or part of it. Got us a sink, we're washing some cherries, our plates, and our big cake. Another built-in hutch, staircase, and this door right here opens to the rest of the house. See all the way down there. Okay, and let's take a look. If we're coming down the hallway, and there's our entrance to our dining room. There's another entrance into our dining room. And this is the second staircase right here. And that wall sconce, you can see it's lit up because it really lights up. There's my lady. She's my lady that tests the staircases and the railings to see if they're the right height. Look at her. Looks good. Okay. Another really nice area with that brown. And this wall also. Here, let's put this back in. And this wall right here, it comes out as well. Oh, there's our neighbors over there. I really like this staircase, the railing. More detail on this. Okay, let's put that back in. Okay, we're going to move along. You can't see this as much as I had hoped, but underneath that staircase you can kind of see there's a chair there, and there's a table, and there's a phone, an old early 20th century phone with a lamp. Unfortunately, I decided to hide it, which if you've seen my videos of the Red Mansion, I seem to hide things pretty well where you can't see it. Anyway, this is a room that's more masculine. It's obviously not finished, but I like the color so far. And our front doors, they were here. In fact, in the last video, they were there. I've taken them out because, well, when I started building these got really nice looking. These are really nice looking. And the front door, well, it's supposed to be nicer than that. Right there, and it didn't look like that. But now I'm running out of pieces, so I got to order some more. This room hasn't changed. It's just collected some dust. And the same thing here. If you remember in the first video, this room was the finished room, the library. It still is, but these doors and windows were different because when I built that turned out so nice, I figured it needs to match. And same thing here. These doors open. This slides out to reveal my radiators I've unhooked because I've had to rearrange things to get that thing to fit in there. And anyway, I'm going to turn the library into a two-story library. So it's going to be changing some look over here to put a staircase in, just a small one. But if we come over here, nothing's changed much down here. I've got a line of knights. That's not where they're going to stay. It kind of looks like they're waiting to use the bathroom. They're excited. This house has 2 bathrooms so far. And there will be more bathrooms, that is. Okay, and then over here to the ballroom, which, again, if you remember, these were the windows that were there before. Those were the windows. And that's what I've decided to replace it with. That looks much nicer. I think when I started this, I wasn't sure what I was doing with the windows, but I do now, and these are very much in keeping with how elegant the house should be. This big gap you see right here, it's just because I need to fill it in, and I got to tear the wall back a bit to fill it in. But let's come over here and take a look at the inside of it, because that looks just as nice. You'd never know that that whole wall can come right out. And that's the idea, so that once the ceiling and the roof and our big chandeliers get put in here, it will still be able to see in the room. But this turned out really, really nice. My kids say it's their favorite window. And it is nice. You got your paneling that mirrors the rest of the room and the paneling in the room. Still missing my music notes. I need to get them for my string people. They're just playing along with the guy playing the piano. Our fireplace. This window right here as well will slide out. I'm running out of pieces, so it's only half done. But let's put this back in. And again, how sharp that looks with our little stained glass look right there between the two. Supposed to be a window right there, but running out of pieces. My bathroom that's still under construction. And our entryway. Our big staircase, which has grown a little bit. I'm undecided about how if I'm doing those, a light or that. This room right here comes right off the front entryway. That's where your front door is. And the staircase. This is still a work in progress. I'm not sure what I'm doing with that yet. Because right now it's just kind of floating out there. And it needs to be supported more than what it is. But there's going to be a big fireplace right here that connects to this fireplace. So we have one chase. And this room is another breakfast, lunch, dinner room that will be nice, but it's not going to be like this room, where this room is more for formal events. And that room will be just more casual. We'll kind of do a once over. Yeah, these pocket doors operate the same way, just like the original idea. These windows I'm going to probably change out as well. They're kind of basic and simple. Let's go ahead and turn our lights out and see if we can see some of these lit up areas better. There we go. We can see underneath there. The idea is that a driveway is going to come right across here. So it's going to cut there, going to have some earth, well, Lego earth, and that will be lit up like that. Come along here. Let's cut out another light. I normally don't have this many lights, but to video, you need a lot of lights to make things look good. All right, there we go. We're glowing. And there's our kitchen. Boy, that looks good. My camera won't tip up as high as I'd like, but there's the big lights that light up the home. The ceiling is pretty basic. When I get up on the higher floors, it's going to be looking a lot sharper than the bottom of some Lego plates. Okay, here we are in our Butler's pantry, but let's take a look at a hutch that's lit up. Let's take a look at our entryways over there. Let me close these doors, and you can see that they are lit up back there underneath that. And now you can see that my fireplace, the idea is that the fire is glowing. And let's take a look at my wall sconce. That's lit up blue, a handsome color. And let's come over here and check out, of course we've seen this before, but that is not finished. But you get the idea. It's going to light up that staircase pretty nicely. The whole home will be lit up like this. Going through, we're going to have big chandeliers hanging down in these rooms. A big chandelier hanging in here. Okay, well, let's take a quick look. I probably should turn my lights back on so that we can see the old one. Just a quick look at the old one. That still looks exactly the same. The only thing that's happened to her over the years is the lights have burned out. Which is really unfortunate. Oh, look, we can see straight through there into the old house. Or the new home, I should say. And that's a pain in the rear to get in there. Unfortunately, this half of the house has burned out. And the indoor pool on the 3rd floor and the family room down below and over here, that still lights up. And I'd turn the lights on, but I gotta get the plugs out and all this other stuff. Okay. Thanks for watching, you guys.